Welcome back to Grief Inspired. My name is Catherine McNulty, and I bring light to the darkness of grief. And here we are in 2022, and I want this to be the year that you remember as the year where you have moved forward in your grief, where you have learned more about yourself, about your grief, and about the world around you, and you find you're happy again. And so that's what we do here at Grief Inspired, is we help you find your happy again and bring in a little bit of lightness into the darkness that is your grief. Now, if you spent 2021 deep in grief, you might look back on that and say, well, that wasn't very good. But you have an opportunity now in 2022 to make the opportunity different, to make your grief different, to move forward, to heal more than you ever have before, and to find meaning in everything that you're going through. So how do you do that? Well, I have a couple different ways. First, you may have heard about my grief journal called Finding Hope, Love, Grace in Grief. If you don't have a copy of that, I want to encourage you to check out the description below. Order yourself a copy. There are 4 components to that journal. First, it's going to help you tap into your emotions and what you're feeling and put a name to them. And that's going to be something that you want to do frequently because it is going to change day to day. So you can do it every day if you want. You can do it once a week if you want. But the more you tap into how you're feeling, the better it's going to be for you. Secondly, gratitude. Learning a gratitude practice and doing gratitude consistently focuses your mind on things that you have as opposed to things that you've lost. When it comes to grief, it's easy to think about everything that you've lost. It's easy to think about the memories that you're not going to be able to have again, the things that you like to do with your loved one. Those things are missing and you're not going to be able to have them. But what can you be grateful for? So gratitude is taking a moment to sit in and say, well, what do I have? Well, I have the years that I had with my loved one. I have the experiences that we shared. I have the love that I have in my heart. And I have my own life and an opportunity to grow through one of the most challenging times in my life. Next, there's going to be an opportunity to learn more about your grief. I give you writing prompts to explore different topics of grief and what you're going through. And so that's a way to journal those out, think through some things, and it's doing the work. It's really doing the work. And then finally, there's an opportunity to tap into what you're feeling on a day-to-day basis and how you can function and ask yourself, what do I need today? What's going to be important for me today? And it's learning to tap into your intuition and using that in a way that's really going to support you best. So that's my grief journal. That is one way that's going to help you move forward in grief, help you heal more quickly, help the process go more easily. Now, the second opportunity that I have for you is the grief course that I've created. So the first grief course is starting right around the corner here on January 9th. If you would like to jump into that course, I do have a few open spots. So if you want to start healing much more quickly, I want to encourage you to reach out to me today. You can email me at griefinspired@gmail.com. And I will have additional courses. So if you can't start right away, still email me and tell me that you have an interest in the course so that I can make sure you're informed of when new courses are coming up. So what do we do in those courses, and how will a course help you move through your grief and help you heal more quickly? Well, first, it's going to give you education. Education is a critical component. It's going to give you the right mindset to make sure that you're focusing on the things that are going to move you forward and not getting stuck in the things that hold you back. It's going to give you the opportunity to sit with other people, to share your story and hear yourself share your story out loud, and also listen to other people's stories. And by doing that, it helps the grief that you're experiencing progress. It helps you make sense of it all in your mind, and that's always going to be helpful to the healing process. And then finally, there's going to be work. There's going to be work, and I'm going to hold you accountable to that work, but it's not going to be too challenging, but it is going to be things to explore, things to do, some that are similar to what you would experience in the grief journal, but then some more advanced things to try that are geared and very specific to what you need. Because each of my courses is very much geared toward the group of people that I have in them to make sure that it's tailored to what you need specifically. So like I said, that course is going to start right around the corner here on January 9th. If you want to jump in, please reach out to me today. If you want to know about a future course, you can let me know that too. I will be starting my next course likely, I want to say March or April. So let me know if you're interested in that kind of a time frame, and I'll make sure you have all the information. The goal of all of this is, like I always say, so that you do not grieve alone. Do not try to do this on your own. It makes it harder. It makes it take longer. It's just, you're experiencing enough pain. Don't make it harder on yourself, please. Please let me help you. Please let the grief-inspired community wrap its arms around you, and so that you're not doing it alone. I also want to remind you that my early grief series has come out this week. So there are 5 videos that you can take a look at that are going to talk about early grief. So if you're new to the grief process, make sure you've seen them. If you've been grieving for a while, make sure that you understand the content that's in those, because all of those things are going to help you too. And then, as always, I want you to drop comments below. Let me know what your biggest challenge is this year. Let me know what you want to achieve in 2022. How do you want to feel? What do you want to have happen? How do you want to end 2022 feeling as it relates to the grief and the loss that you might be experiencing? So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Please continue to share this with other people that you know who are grieving, because the world needs this process and you deserve it, and so does everyone else. So together we can do it. So welcome to 2022. Thank you for being part of the grief-inspired community, and I can't wait to learn more about your specific situation and what I can do to help move you forward in your grief. Bye for now.